Hey Cameron, are you there? Are you okay? What's going on? Wait, you didn't head home, did you? I'm sorry if I made you feel bad. Was it something that I said? It's just that I don't really know why you got so angry. I'd really appreciate it if you could just tell me what's wrong. I'm really confused. Anyway, I'm waiting for your message. Text me when you're ready, okay? Love you.
Hey, Anna. I'm sorry for getting back to you so late. I hope you've been doing okay. I just thought it was better to wait until after I finished work, without any other distractions, you know?
I'm sorry too, honey. I feel really bad about yesterday. It all just happened so fast. I already sent you a message yesterday asking about this, but why did you get so angry and leave without telling me? I was really worried about you. I really just have no idea why you got into such a bad mood. If it's something that I did wrong, please tell me, okay?
Huh? Are you serious? It's already been almost a whole day and you still don't know why? I thought it would have been obvious. Wow, so you really have no clue why I'm upset, huh?
So you really were angry, huh? I really messed up big time?
Yeah, honestly, I was furious. It kind of felt like you stabbed me in the back.
Wait, what? What could I have said? Why on earth would you think that? We just went on a typical date yesterday, right? It wasn't anything out of the ordinary. I really have no clue what made you so mad. So please, could you just tell me what I did wrong? It's really been bothering me. Please don't keep me in the dark over here.
I have to be honest with you. I wholeheartedly regret proposing to you yesterday.
Why would you say that? You regret it? Oh dear. Could you at least tell me why?
You tried to hide from me the fact that you were raised by a single father, didn't you? I found out for the first time yesterday. It was quite a shock, believe me.
Oh, so that's what this is all about. It's true that he raised me mostly on his own. He's been through quite a lot over the years.
Been through quite a lot? What exactly is that supposed to mean?
Well, I'm not really sure about all that happened. I just know that things were hard for him.
Are you serious? Why don't you know anything about it?
My father doesn't really talk that much about what happened, and I guess I stopped asking about it. What I remember is that when I was still in elementary school, my mother moved away and left us. I don't really know any other details, so I can't tell you the reasons why she left. The point is that he's been there for me all this time.
So ever since then you've been without a mother? Wow. What you're telling me is that you were raised in a very unnatural way? That's not good for any child, you know? Children are supposed to have two parents, a father and a mother. Having only one parent is not acceptable, especially a single father.
Excuse me? What exactly is so wrong with having a single parent?
This is ridiculous. If I had known about all of this from the start, I would have never even thought about proposing to you. If you had told me the truth, I could have saved myself a lot of time and money. What a waste.
What the heck are you talking about? You're sounding like someone from 50 years ago. And there was nothing unnatural about how my father raised me. He did a great job, for your information. He never hit me or did anything inappropriate to me. I bet you couldn't say the same thing about some two-parent households. I learned a lot of things from him. If you met him, you'd see what a wonderful father he actually is.
Anna, children need two parents. There are things that you missed out on by not having a mother. There may be more people these days that think it's somehow okay to have only one parent. However, I completely disagree. It's a mistake to celebrate dysfunctional families like yours.
I can't believe this. Why are you so against single-parent families?
Well, it's particularly bad in your case. You're a woman, after all. I'm sure that there were many things that your father was unable to teach you. Growing up without a mother to guide you and help you is really damaging for your future. You need to realize that you have a big disadvantage compared to other women.
I'll admit that I wish my mother could have stayed. And you're right, there's a lot of things that she could have taught me. But to be honest, my image of her when I was little wasn't amazing. She never did much housework or anything like that. Even before she left us, she wasn't home a lot of the time. To tell you the truth, I don't really know what having a mother is like. So, I can't really get behind your idea that two-parent families are better than single-parent ones. In my case, one father was all I needed.
Seriously? That's even crazier. Is your mother really that messed up? Your father clearly had poor taste when it came to choosing a wife.
I mean, she clearly has some issues, but who are you to talk about her like that? You've never met her and don't know her at all, so don't sit on your high horse and criticize her. I don't even know her that well myself, so I don't want to judge her without knowing more about her first.
Oh, come on. She clearly doesn't care about you at all. I bet she hated living with you. Guess you only ever had a good-for-nothing mother. I mean, that's really the only logical conclusion anyone could make.
Could you cut that out? You're saying some really nasty things. She may have walked out on me, but she's still my mother.
Huh? What exactly didn't you like me saying? I didn't make anything up. I'm just pointing out what you told me. It's not my fault. Your family is a complete mess.
That's not the point. I'm saying that you shouldn't be saying those rude things about my mother. I'm your fiancé, after all, remember? You ought to show my family a little more respect. Even if she wasn't the best mother, you have no right to talk about her like that. Got it?
You're hilarious. This just gets funnier and funnier. You're joking, right? Or do you still really think that we're engaged?
Huh? What are you saying?
Isn't it obvious? I'm breaking up with you. As if I'd marry someone from a single-parent family. I have standards when it comes to my woman. Only someone who was truly desperate would ever choose to marry you.
Excuse me? How dare you?
It goes without saying that my proposal is off the table. I'm just glad that I found out the truth about you sooner rather than later. Oh, and you can keep the engagement ring. I don't want to be reminded of you. You might as well sell it and get some money for it. Consider it consolation money from me. After all, we were engaged for a short time. Oh well, sorry to get your hopes up, but I can find someone far better than you.
I can't believe what you're saying. Just like that, you're done with me? You're a pig.
Well, believe it, that's what you get for deceiving me. Now that I've said all there is to say, see you later. Well, I won't actually see you again, but you get the point. Don't even think about trying to call me or message me again. I'm done with you. I don't want anything to do with you from here on out. I've wasted enough time with you already.
Unbelievable, you're the worst. You were the one who proposed to me, but just because I was raised by a single father, you're completely changing your mind? I had no idea that you were such a lowlife. You really are a horrible human being.
You're the one who hid the truth about their parents from me, so I find it rich of you to call me a lowlife. To think I almost ended up marrying you. Gross. I really dodged a bullet there. Honestly, it's like you try to scam me. I really ought to report you to the police. All you have is a single father and a worthless mother who isn't even there. If I ended up with you as a wife, we wouldn't last together as a family for very long. I bet you would leave me just like your mother did.
You really are a completely different person than I thought you were. I'm the one who's relieved not to be marrying you, now that I know who you really are. Goodbye and good riddance.
Yeah, whatever. I know you're disappointed that you couldn't nab me. If there's one thing I can thank you for, it's making me laugh. Your pathetic responses have been hilarious. See you never. Hey, are you there? Hello, Anna? Anyway, long time no see. Do you still remember who I am?
Oh, I'm sorry. Who are you exactly? This is actually a private account, so I'm not sure how you managed to message me. I guess you may have found out about my account from someone else. Are you someone from work or a business partner? I can't think of any other reason why you'd be calling me.
Huh? Do you really keep in touch with people from work?
Well, yes, I do message a few of them every now and again. I'm still not sure who you are, though. Could you please tell me your name?
It's me, Cameron. I'm surprised that you didn't already work that out. I had some trouble with my account, so I decided to delete it and make a new one. All I had to do was search for your phone number and your account popped up. I thought that I might as well add you as a friend. After all, it's been a while. Well, that's about it. Did you miss me?
Oh, Cameron. Huh. I haven't heard from you in 2 years. I thought that I wouldn't have to speak to you ever again.
Hey, what's with the chilly reception? Are you in a bad mood or something?
Well, what do you want? I assume that you have a reason for contacting me after all this time. Though I thought that you told me never to contact you again, don't you remember? But here you are, calling me out of the blue. That's a bit contradictory, don't you think? I'd be feeling rather awkward if I were you, though I guess someone like you wouldn't mind. Oh well, it's not like I have anything more to say to you. I'd prefer that you just left me alone and didn't bother me anymore. I already cut my ties with you long ago.
Hey, don't say things like that. Though to be fair, I guess I did kind of mess up back then. Anyway, I'm sorry. My bad.
Seriously, why are you apologizing to me after all this time? It's far too late for that. Not that I would have forgiven you either way. An apology from you is worthless.
I figured you would react that way. I see you haven't changed. The thing is, I'm engaged. Surprise.
I see. And?
Wow, that's harsh. Even from you. I mean, can't you at least be happy for me? This is a big deal for me. After all, we used to be engaged to each other. It's the least you could do. I'm just asking for a little congratulations. We're not in any serious relationship now anyway. You don't have to be so rude.
Fine then, congratulations. Is that all you wanted? Just for me to congratulate you on your engagement? You've really changed, huh? Do you really need me to pat you on the back that badly?
That's not it at all. Don't get it twisted. And could you stop being so cranky? It's been 2 years. Get over it. My point is, now that I'm engaged with my new fiancé, I've decided that I want to make peace with my past.
Oh, I see. So that's why you messaged me? You thought that I might do something after finding out you were engaged again?
Wow, you're pretty perceptive, aren't you? Though, to be honest, that's more or less what I had thought. After all, I was the one who suddenly ended our engagement, remember? It wasn't exactly the smoothest way to end our relationship. I'm pretty sure that you must really hate my guts. I suppose that's fair enough, though, huh?
I'm not gonna do anything. I honestly couldn't care less about your engagement. What, did you think it was gonna make me jealous? Fat chance. Besides, this is the first time I've heard about your upcoming wedding. I wouldn't have known about it otherwise.
Oh, really? I gotta say, I'm pretty surprised. I was convinced that you already knew about it. My bad.
Huh? Why would I? I'm not interested in you anymore. Try to get that through your thick head. I don't care about you or what happens in your life. You don't matter to me anymore. Besides, I didn't hear anything from you for 2 years. I thought you'd already moved on like I did. That's why I was so surprised to hear from you.
Okay, I get it. I just kind of thought you might be gathering bits of information behind my back.
How ridiculous. I told you that I don't care about you anymore. Even if I did, I don't have the time to go around collecting rumors about you.
In that case, I'm glad. I mean, you're the kind of person who holds grudges for a long time. If something happened to my girl, I wouldn't be happy.
You're delusional as ever. Do you really think that I would care enough to do something like that? I already told you I don't have time to meddle with your fiancé. I'm busy. Now, is that all you wanted to ask me? I have things to do, you know.
Sorry. I get it. Your time is precious. I just wanted to apologize for all my past behavior. I was horrible to you. I'm really sorry for everything. Now that I've done just that, you should be ready to forgive me, right?
I may not have a grudge against you, but it's not like I've forgiven you for what you did. So don't get the wrong idea. I have no intention of ever forgiving you because what you did is unforgivable.
Wait, are you serious? Even after I apologized that much to you?
Don't message me about something so trivial ever again. I have my own life now. I don't want to waste it dealing with you. Goodbye.
Hey now, just wait a second. This is important. If you don't forgive me for what I did, it's really gonna make things difficult for me. So come on, Anna, help me out. Hey there. Life is just full of coincidences, isn't it? I still can't believe that we ran into each other at such an unlikely place yesterday. I really didn't expect to see you ever again. It must just be fate that we saw each other there.
Yeah, of all the places to run into you, that definitely wasn't one I would have imagined. And I have to say that it was quite unpleasant meeting you there. Just my luck.
You don't need to say something that harsh. Come on, lighten up already. I bet that you were actually really happy to see me after all this time. I know that you don't hate me 100%.
Are you joking? How long am I supposed to still be in love with you for? I guess you're someone who thinks that everyone else loves them. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but I feel the exact opposite way about you. Your mindset is really getting on my nerves, so could you at least stop saying that I'm still into you? Besides, you have a new fiancé now, right? I feel bad for her since you seem to be more interested in me than her.
You can really talk a lot of nonsense, can't you? Don't worry, I treat her pretty well. Emily looked really pleased with herself the last time I saw her. I guess she's pretty happy that she managed to score a guy like me.
Well, it makes sense why you'd want to marry her. After all, her father is the head of All Meats Company.
Wait, you know about that? You really are in the know, huh? Okay, you got me. I'm dating a rich woman.
I mean, he's relatively famous. After all, he works in a bunch of different industries. I also hear that he's rather self-assured and confident, though they're not the only things I've heard about him.
What? Are you working in the same industry as him or something? You sure know a lot.
I suppose so.
Well, anyway, now that you know about her, it'll make explaining things to you a lot quicker. Basically, I'm a male gold digger. What do you think? I bet you're so jealous of me. It's genius.
Well, that explains a lot. I was wondering how you were able to afford going to all those expensive restaurants.
Wow, you're one to talk. Then how come you went to that fancy French restaurant? Was it for an anniversary or just to celebrate?
Well, no. I haven't gone just once or twice for some special occasion or something. I've been going there multiple times each month.
You've got to be joking. You're really overdoing it with your bluffing. We both know that you don't have the money to afford going that often.
I'm telling the truth, though. Whatever, I don't care whether or not you believe me.
Look, I get it, okay? Now that I'm a successful gold digger, you want to brag to me about how great your life is, right? Poor Anna. Stop being so jealous of me. It's embarrassing.
Are you even listening? I'm telling you that you really have no idea what you're talking about.
And I'm telling you that there's no use trying to trick me. I see through your lies. My upcoming marriage has a lot to do with the company I work for. So whatever you plan on doing, it won't work. You can't stop this wedding from happening.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't care about your wedding whatsoever.
Okay, fine, geez. Since you won't drop the act, I'll keep you in mind as a second woman for me. Happy now? And let me let you in on a little secret. Emily's father has his own mistress, his favorite little plaything.
I can't say that I'm too surprised to hear that from you. But do you understand how insane the things you're saying are? They're pretty horrible in case you didn't know. Trying to keep me as your second woman? Planning to reveal your future father-in-law's infidelity?
Hey, he's the one who chose to have an affair. You can't blame me for that. Besides, I'm practically already the next in line to become CEO of All Meats Company. That's the whole reason I'm marrying Emily. She's my ticket to an easy life.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I figured as much. She's an only child after all. No other siblings to get in your way, huh?
Wow, you really do know everything, don't you? What a small world. You should be a private investigator or something. To tell you the truth, her father really seems to like me. That's how we managed to set a wedding date so soon. I should thank you. It's all thanks to us breaking up that I'm in the position that I am in now. I guess your pathetic single-parent family did something useful for once, steering me in the right direction.
Seriously?
Wow, don't get so angry. At the time, it was hard for me too. But when I went drinking with her father and I told him what happened, he was really impressed with me. He said that I was a real man. I definitely didn't expect him to say that to me.
Wow, I never would have imagined Mr. Thompson would say something like that to you.
Well, we were drinking at the time, so don't be too harsh on him. My point is, even if I never broke up with you, I would never have had the chance to marry Emily. It's all thanks to you. I owe you one. And I'm pretty sure that her father would be totally fine with you becoming my second woman. So how about it? A pretty good deal, don't you think?
I'll have to politely decline your offer. Thank you very much.
Are you serious? You really are something else. You don't get a chance like this very often, you know? Fine then, have it your way, but you'll regret not accepting my proposal. You don't know what you're missing out on.
Trust me, I won't regret turning down your offer. Goodbye.
Oh well, when you change your mind, just give me a call. I'll still be willing to let you join. I'm nice like that.
Like I said, I'm fine. Don't ask me again.
Wow, you sure know how to give people the cold shoulder. Though I should let you know that next month is going to be pretty busy for me. The wedding ceremony is next month, and Emily and I will go on our honeymoon right after. I've got to spend a lot of time with Emily during these next 2 months. It's a pain, but it's all for that sweet, sweet CEO position.
Yeah, whatever. Goodbye.
I guess you need some time to come to your senses. You'll come around eventually. I'll make it worth your while. You just wait. I'll be an even better partner to you than I used to be. Later. We had our wedding ceremony yesterday. It was freaking awesome. Now I'm married to a hot babe who is also super rich. I'll send you some pics of the wedding, so you better show me some respect. Well, what do you think? I bet you're blown away. You must be so jealous of me right now. And how about my new wife? She's a hottie, isn't she? And young too.
You two look happy together. That's the most important thing in any relationship. Though I'm going to have to ask you once again to stop constantly messaging me like this. You're the husband of Mr. Thompson's daughter, so I thought that it would be a bad idea to block you. And after talking with my husband, we decided that it's probably best if we don't. But to be completely honest, You're a real pain in the butt.
Huh? What do you mean, your husband?
Yes, that's right. My husband.
Wait, are you telling me that you got married?
Yeah? So? Not that it's any of your business.
You must be joking. That's news to me. Why the hell did you hide it from me? You really love keeping things to yourself, don't you? Jeez.
I don't have to tell you anything. You aren't even someone I remotely like. Now, is that all? Can I go now?
Well, what about your answer to my question? Come on, let me hear it. Have you decided whether or not you'll be my number 2 girl? I'll let you share in the spoils from my new marriage.
You really are the most annoying person I've ever met. You know that? How many times do I have to say no before you'll give up?
Whoa, chill out. What's gotten you in such a bad mood? You've got to learn to be more mellow. I can't have you as my number 2 if you're going to be this cranky all the time. I know that you still have feelings for me. You can't fool me. That's why I only found out today that you were married. If you really didn't have any feelings towards me, you would have rubbed it in my face. I know that I'm right.
I'm also married to the head of a big company. My husband is actually a CEO, for your information. So there's no way I'd waste my time with a loser like you. You already had your chance and you blew it. My husband is the only man for me now. Got it? I wouldn't get back with you even if you were the last guy on Earth. And there's nothing you can ever do to change that.
Wow, hold on. A CEO? This is your biggest bluff yet. Maybe you'd be a better liar if you told me more believable ones.
I never thought that you would believe me anyway. I just wanted to mess with you and see how you'd react. With you saying things like how you're a male gold digger and constantly making fun of me, I wanted to get under your skin for once. I just happened to inadvertently mention my husband. Oh well. Though it kind of feels like I'm bragging about him or something. It feels a bit unpleasant, to be honest.
Oh, you poor thing. You've been through a lot, haven't you? So, when can we meet?
Are you still going on about that? Just drop it already. You really are a terrible listener, aren't you?
Look, I get it. This is how you want to play things with me. You'll say some meaningful sounding things, and then I'll eat it right up. That's your strategy for getting back with me, isn't it? You should know that you don't need to do that. My offer is still on the table. I have enough love for 2 women. Just admit how you really feel about me. You don't need to play all hard to get.
You're so disgusting. I'm sorry, but this is the final straw. I have no choice but to report all that you said to me to my husband.
Wow, report? Why are you talking so formal all of a sudden? Cut it out. You're being so weird.
Excuse me? After saying all those creepy things to me, that's what I should be saying? You're now the son-in-law of Mr. Thompson. That's the only reason why I've continued to keep in touch with you until now. But now I'm going to tell my husband everything. I've had enough of you and all the outrageous things you've said to me.
You really make me laugh. You really don't give up, do you? You're so dedicated to your made-up story. I think you might have what it takes to be an actress.
I'll be going now.
Oh well, I guess you aren't thinking clearly right now. I'll be waiting to hear from you again. You can take as much time as you need to become my number 2 woman. I wholeheartedly regret my foolish behavior. Please allow me to apologize for what I did.
Oh, there's no need for that. My husband has already told Mr. Thompson that you will never work with Red Eagle Group again. Mr. Thompson has already accepted this too. So there's really nothing that you can do about it now. Apologizing to me won't help it at all.
I beg of you, isn't there anything that you could do? I only intended my remarks to be taken as a joke.
A joke? Really? Even when you continue to bombard me with messages saying that you'll make me your woman, That was just a joke? You're infuriating. You never took me seriously and refused to believe the truth about my husband. No, you just couldn't stop yourself from chasing after me. I tried to warn you, but you wouldn't listen to me no matter what. Besides, even if it was supposed to be a joke, do you really think that that's funny?
I have no excuse for what I did. I truly regret my actions.
Oh well, my husband said that it all worked out in the end. He's been offended by your remarks toward me since way back when, so it was a chance to finally punish you.
Oh, I do apologize. What exactly did I say that offended him?
Do you really not remember? You must have no self-awareness at all, huh? Well then, I'll keep this brief for you. It's pretty much everything that you said to me. There wasn't a single word that didn't enrage my husband. But that's to be expected, isn't it? I'm his wife, after all.
I really have no excuse.
But what really ticked him off most of all was your mocking my upbringing, as well as all those times you tried to get me to be your number 2 woman.
I truly regret my actions. I don't know what I was thinking.
I'm sure that you know by now, but my husband and I have a 10-year age gap between us. We ended up falling in love with each other despite that. And unlike you, he's never insulted me, not even once. He also has a good relationship with my father, aka the one that you insulted.
Well, about that.
Not that it really matters to you, I'm sure. More importantly, my husband is reconsidering our company's relationship with All Meats Company.
What exactly does that mean, may I ask?
Well, as for the head of All Meats Company and his daughter, like you said, you're next in line to succeed him as CEO. However, you should know that the rumors about them haven't gone away. People find things out eventually.
Wait, by his daughter? Are you talking about my wife? I'm sorry, but I still don't understand what you're trying to say.
Just as you tried to lure me back to you, she tried to seduce another man. I guess that she isn't so different from her father. A lot of unfaithful people we have here.
That can't be. I assume that you have proof of that. Otherwise, that's simply insulting.
Your fiancé tried to seduce my husband. I guess being the CEO of Red Eagle Group, he was too tempting for her to pass up. The worst part is that it happened at your wedding ceremony. Rather unacceptable behavior, don't you think?
Excuse me? My fiancé would never do something like that.
Wedding picture. I'm sure that you recognize this photo. This is a photo of my husband and I on our wedding day. My husband was invited to your wedding a few days ago, isn't that right?
Oh, yes, that's correct. I do remember inviting him.
To tell you the truth, he told me that he didn't actually want to go. You have been utterly horrible to me these past few months, for one thing. However, we thought that it was a bad idea to let our personal feelings get in the way of the company's future. So, he decided to be mature about this whole situation and go anyway.
Oh, is that so? How very mature indeed.
As for the wedding ceremony itself, there weren't any issues that he had there. However, my husband decided to only stay for the ceremony and not go to the after party. As he was trying to go home, someone embraced him and asked for his contact details. That person was your fiancé. Of course, that was enough for me. He's already taken, thank you very much.
Are you serious? Did she really do that? This is unbelievable.
Yes, it is unbelievable. To think that she would pull a stunt like that. And as for you, you constantly insulted and harassed me every chance you got. Then to make things worse, you tried to rope me into your little scheme. Not that I even had the slightest desire to go back to you. My husband called Mr. Thompson as soon as the wedding ceremony ended. He told him all about what his daughter tried to do, as well as your actions towards me. My husband said that there is a high possibility that we will refrain from doing any more business with All Meats Company. So even if you are able to complete the project you're working on now, there probably won't be another.
Please, just wait a moment. Can't you do anything to change that? I really need your help to fix the situation.
It is true that I'm an executive at Red Eagle Group. However, I have no intention of helping you whatsoever. This is your own mess.
I beg of you, there must be something that you can do. If you don't help me out, I'm gonna end up getting divorced. Not only that, but if she leaves me, I'll definitely be fired from my job too.
Well, that really doesn't concern me, does it?
Excuse me?
To be perfectly honest, I've been wishing that you would just disappear. You really have no redeeming qualities.
I'm begging you, just do this one favor and I'll never bother you again. I apologize for everything. It was horrible of me to treat you the way I did and say all those things to you.
Your apologies are worthless to me, so don't even bother. You deserve all that is coming to you. This is what you get for mocking my single father upbringing. I'd be happy if you could go straight to hell. Bye! In the end, Cameron resigned from the company and left. He also got divorced by his wife. We ended up hearing all about it from Mr. Thompson. He told my husband that now everything is sorted, he was looking forward to future business with us. That really set my husband off. Regarding the deeply inappropriate actions of his daughter, the fact that he didn't even mention them was deeply disrespectful. When my husband asked him why he left those details out, the answer he got didn't make things any better. My husband said that their business partnership was over and that all current and future contracts would be canceled. 1 year later, business for All Meats Company continued to get worse. Stores all over the country started to disappear. Only the main company building is left now. As for Red Eagle Group, business is booming and my husband and I are enjoying our jobs more than ever. We're also getting along great at home. It feels like we're newlyweds again. I'm so glad that I decided to marry him. I'm looking forward to all the things we'll experience together. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!
Emma, are you finished with work? You said you wanted us to go and talk to your parents about the wedding plans. How about the Sunday after next?
Hi, Xander. Yeah, I'm done with work. I think that'll be fine for my parents. They're usually home on Sundays anyway.
Okay, that day's best for me. Let's head over there then.
Okay, I'll tell them. You're not nervous, are you? This will be the first time you've seen them since you proposed to me.
Well, maybe a little. Your parents like me though, don't they? I don't have to show up in a suit, do I?
Of course not. And yes, they like you. They were thrilled when I told them I was marrying you. Oh, how about I invite Laurel over to my parents' house that day too?
It doesn't bother me if she comes. She knows I proposed to you, right? But tell her if she's already got plans, she doesn't need to change them for me.
Well, about that. She hasn't been herself recently. She seems a little down. That's why I'd like to invite her and have her spend some time with the whole family. I'm hoping that'll make her feel better.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did something happen?
I don't know. When I ask her about it, she says it's nothing. She's always been like that, though. If something's bothering her, she always tries to keep it from me. She doesn't seem to realize that I can tell when something's bothering her. We're identical twins, after all.
It sounds like something is wrong. I hope it has nothing to do with you and I getting married. You don't think she's feeling jealous, do you? Maybe getting everyone together will make her feel better, though.
I hope so. Oh, and if she happens to tell you what's bothering her, be nice and listen to what she has to say, okay? It'd mean a lot to me.
Me? You think she might confide in me instead of you?
Laurel really likes you, Xander. She said you always seem so relaxed and trustworthy. She said you're easy to talk to.
I don't know about that. But don't worry. If she wants to talk to me about what's bothering her, I'll listen.
I'm not saying she will, but just in case, okay? I'll call my parents and let them know we're coming the Sunday after next.
Okay, sounds good.
Hi, Xander!
Oh, hi, Laurel. I haven't talked with you in a while. What's up?
I heard you're marrying my sister. I I just wanted to congratulate you. So, congratulations! You're gonna be with my big sister, so I'm like your little sister now.
Thanks. Hey, we're heading over to your parents' place to talk about the wedding in a couple weeks. Did Emma tell you?
Yeah, she did. But I've got plans that day, so I won't be able to make it.
Oh, that's too bad. All three of us will have to get together and go out for dinner sometime when you're free then.
Sounds good!
Hey, you're gonna be my sister-in-law soon. That means if you ever have a problem, you can count on me. I don't know how much help I'll be, but...
Thanks, Sander. But the truth is, that's why I messaged you. I've got something I need to talk to you about.
Oh, this sounds serious. What is it?
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm pregnant.
Really? Congratulations! I didn't know you were seeing anyone. Wait, you said you wanted to talk to me about this. Does that mean your boyfriend doesn't know yet?
No, what I'm trying to say is, it's your child.
Huh? My child?
Yeah, I'm pregnant with your baby.
No. That can't be. That doesn't make sense. I've never even been with you.
But it's true. I know it.
Then, how? I mean, if we've never done that, it can't be my child.
You're wrong. That's what I need to tell you. I pretended to be my sister, and I went on a date with you.
Huh? But that... You've got to be kidding. That's not possible.
To tell you the truth, I fell in love with you the first time I met you. Do you remember that day when Emma was sick? She asked me to go to the drugstore and get some medicine for her. I brought it over for her, and she told me she had a date with you later that day. She texted you saying she had to cancel the date. Well, she fell asleep in her bedroom, and I took her phone. I messaged you back, pretending to be her, saying everything's fine now, so we could go out.
There's no way.
You remember that day, right? Emma canceled her date, and then messaged you back a couple hours later saying she could go out.
That did happen, but... I think she said you got sick that day, and she was going over to your place to take care of you. But you weren't as sick as she originally thought, so she said she could go out with me after all.
All that was just me using her phone, pretending to be her. I assumed you'd figure it out, but you never noticed, so...
This doesn't make sense. Emma would have noticed that in her chat history. If that would have happened. Even if I didn't notice, Emma would have.
Yeah. After the date, I apologized to Emma for what I did. I told her you and I only had dinner, though. She figured it would be best if you didn't know it was me that night, so she never mentioned it to you. Like I said, I never told her that I slept with you that night. I kinda just told her that I went out with you as sort of a prank to her. That's why she wasn't so angry.
I see.
So, just so we're clear, I'm considering having the baby. But I'm not sure I can raise the baby well in my current situation. That's why... You don't have to tell anyone the baby's yours, but... I was hoping you'd at least pay me child support to help me out.
Child support?
I was thinking I'd be able to raise the baby on my own. But looking at the cost of daycare, diapers, food, strollers, cribs, and everything, I just can't afford that with my job. And if I have to take time off work, there's no way I can do it on my own. That's why I was wondering, could you just pay me one lump sum of about $40,000? Then we'll never have to speak of this again.
What?
Emma mentioned that you and her have been saving up for the wedding, right? She told me all about your current financial situation. I know you have at least that much money invested already, don't you? I know you have the money. It's not like I'm asking you to go into debt for me or anything.
I can't do that.
Why not? I know part of this is my fault for tricking you, but it's still your kid. If you won't pay me, I'll tell Emma and my whole family that I'm pregnant with your child. That would break Emma's heart, and Emma and my parents would all hate you. Is that what you want?
Of course I don't want to hurt Emma. But I don't remember ever sleeping with you.
I just told you! I pretended to be my sister, and I went on a date with you. Emma and I are identical twins. Look, you can either pay me the $40,000 or you can marry me and help raise the child. You choose. If you're gonna take responsibility for the child and marry me, you don't have to pay me the money. But you will have to dump Emma to do that. The choice is yours.
Wait a minute. This is all too absurd. It's too much for me to take in all at once. Just give me a little bit of time to think about all this.
Oh, fine. I'll give you some time. But you better decide quickly. The longer you wait, the more the baby is going to grow inside me. Hey, Xander. How long are you gonna make me wait before you decide? You've had an entire week already.
Laurel, I'm not taking responsibility for this kid. It's not mine.
Are you still gonna try to play dumb with me?
I know you and Emma are identical twins. I'm sure people mix you two up a lot when just looking at you. But your personalities are nothing alike. No matter what you do to your hair, your makeup, or your clothes, I'd never mistake you for my fiancé. You might be able to trick me for a minute or two, but not a whole evening.
Now you're just lying to yourself. To this day, our own parents still mix us up occasionally. You barely know either of us. There's no way you can tell us apart.
Okay. Then what proof do you have that this child is mine and not anyone else's? If you want to get a DNA test done on it, I'll be more than happy to go with you.
What are you talking about? Are you saying you don't believe me? How dare you! I'm your fiancé's little sister. We're about to be family. You have to believe me. Whatever. I'm done talking about this. If that's how you're gonna be, I'll tell Emma myself that I'm pregnant with your child. You can kiss your wedding goodbye.
Go ahead. Tell her. What you're claiming isn't even possible, and she'll know it.
And what makes you so damn sure of that? I can't believe you're trying to run from this. You're a horrible person.
What you're claiming is simply impossible. You want to know why? Because I can't have any children.
Huh?
I'm sterile.
Huh? Wait, what? How come you didn't tell me that in the first place? You've wasted all my time!
Oh my god. So you were lying the whole time, weren't you? I didn't tell you before because I was trying to figure out why you'd make up such a bold-faced lie in the first place.
Oh, really? This is even more hilarious than I thought.
Huh? What's so funny?
I know how bad Emma wants children, and now she's going to be marrying a guy who can't have any? That's funny. Your marriage isn't going to last long.
Emma knows I'm sterile, and she still chose to marry me. Even if we can't have our own kids, we can still live together in happiness. And anyway, it doesn't mean we can't adopt or something if we really want to.
Whatever. We'll see how my parents feel about all this when they find out Emma's fiancé can't give them grandchildren. Our parents have been wanting grandchildren for a long time now. I wonder if they'll let you marry her when they find out you're sterile. Wait, I've got it. If you don't want me telling my parents about your infertility, it'll cost you $40,000 for me to keep my mouth shut. How about that? If you pay me, it's win-win for both of us.
Win-win? How do you figure that? This isn't the 1920s. I don't need your parents' permission to marry Emma. And besides, all I keep hearing from you is that you want me to give you all this money. Why? What's wrong with you? You're nothing like your sister.
Oh, shut up. I don't care what you think about me. I'll do anything it takes to get money, including ruining your wedding or your life. So, you better pay me. You may not need my parents' permission to marry my sister, but you don't want them to hate you your entire life, do you?
I suppose not, but that's exactly why I don't want to lie to them and why I'm making sure they know the truth about everything. In fact, that's why I'm at your parents' house right now.
Huh? I thought you weren't going to my parents' house until Sunday.
That was the plan, but then all this happened. I wanted to talk with them before you said anything crazy to them. I figured they should hear the truth before they heard your lies.
I can't believe you're at my parents' place. Did you tell my parents about all this?
I wouldn't say that I told them, but they've been here reading our whole conversation the entire time.
What? How could you do that to me? How could you do that to your own fiancé's sister? That's entrapment.
I think you did all this to yourself. You listen here. The better question is, how could you do this to your own sister's fiancé? You're a disgrace to this family.
Huh?
Oh, that was your dad who wrote that, not me. Anyway, I can't say I disagree with him.
I'm sorry. Dad, this was all just a big misunderstanding. It was just a prank. I wasn't really gonna do anything.
Well then, you better get over here and explain to everyone how exactly this was all just a prank. And unless you can convince us all that this was a prank, you're out of the family. I've had it up to here with your nonsense. That was your dad again. He wants you over here ASAP. He says you've got a lot of explaining to do.
None of this would have happened if you would have just shut up and paid me the money. Do you see what you've done to me? How do you think Emma is gonna feel now that you've gotten her sister into this much trouble?
Huh? This has nothing to do with Emma. You did all this to yourself. Well, I guess it does have something to do with Emma now, because your whole family is disgusted with you now, including Emma. We found out that the whole reason Laurel wanted a large amount of money was because she had maxed out all her credit cards by going to expensive spas, beauty salons, and insane shopping sprees. From what her family told me, this isn't the first time she's done that either. The first time, she had run up a debt of over $30,000 that her parents were nice enough to pay off for her so that nothing bad would happen to her credit rating or her future. But after the fights that ensued after the first debt, and all the promises she made to her family, and clearly broke, her parents refused to help her at all with this new debt of hers. We still don't even know how she was able to get a $40,000 debt, seeing as her parents cut up all her credit cards after the first incident. It wasn't just the fact that she had racked up another outrageous debt. It was the fact that she tried to steal money from me, her sister's fiancé, to pay it off, that turned out to be the last straw for her family. Her parents and her sister decided to cut her out of the family completely and never associate with her again. To pay off her first debt for her, her parents had to sell their cars, cut back on all their spending, and borrow from other family members. After doing all of that, they were finally able to pay off their daughter's bill the first time, and they weren't about to do that for her again. I don't blame them. About 6 months after everyone cut ties with Laurel, she showed back up at her parents' house one last time looking pretty ragged. When she showed up, this time she was clearly pregnant, and she was begging her parents for money to help her out. I guess some people will just never learn. Unfortunately for Laurel, her parents had no sympathy for her and told her never to come back again. As for me and Emma, Emma's parents didn't care that I couldn't give them grandchildren. They said they were happy as long as Emma and I are happy together. Which we are. Up until this incident, I never once thought being sterile was a good thing. But after what Laurel tried to do to me, it was easy to prove she was lying. Regardless, Emma and Laurel may be identical twins, but those two are nothing alike. I would never have mistaken Laurel for my beautiful wife, Emma. Emma and I are enjoying our married life together, and we look forward to what the future will bring. Especially now that Laurel is out of our lives.
Thanks for watching! If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time!